Been a while. Thanks for joining us here at the Groomsman. I'll be your host, Jonathan. It's been about 4.5 months since the last time I shaved. About that since I did a video, maybe a little longer. End of October-ish, I started growing out the beard. It gets pretty chilly up here in the old North Dakota, so I grew out a winter beard. Been pretty nice and thick. I do trim it up a little bit, blend it in so it gets really bushy on my cheeks. But been growing out pretty good. But today I'm shaving it all off. We're gonna do a full shave today. I'm using Maullu by Ariana and Evan. This is the legacy base. One of their new ones, glass jars, very fancy. They kind of pivoted to the glass jar out of a desire to be more eco-friendly. I know some people don't like the glass jars because they can break. It is what it is. It smells really nice. Oud wood based, kind of like a barbershop is how they describe it. To me, it's very nice and woody. It's got a nice a powder note. I don't really like powder notes too much, but I do in this. The powder note is very well balanced, and it still allows the oud to be a prominent player. It's got some nice notes in there. I really like it. Very woody. Yeah, for Maullu, it's a barber over in Italy. I'm gonna use a AC shavette. This is just a cheap generic one off like AliExpress. Costs like $5. I got a Schick P30 Proline blade in there, and then when I'm done with my first pass and I get this all lopped up, I'm going to switch this blade out into the Shield AC brass. This one's all nice and polished up. I got it polished by Fayez, one of the other groomsmen. He did a marvelous job. It's been, I got this polished like, I don't know, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and it's still, the polish is looking great. I could probably buff up the head a little bit, but that's on me. Looks great though still. I know they recently put another batch of these out on AliExpress, and they had copper as well. The handle style is different. It's got like the fluted handle, kind of like this one. This is the titanium one. I don't use it as often. I like the brass better, but this fluted handle is a standard handle design now, I guess. Dropping stuff left and right. Getting ready to get the shave started. If you're curious about the beard, like I said, I trimmed it up. I used just some hair clippers I got from, I don't know, somewhere cheap. TJ Maxx, I think. Fairly inexpensive clippers. Just did like a one on top and then just kind of blended it down underneath. That way it wasn't really puffy on my cheeks. And then daily I used some beard balm by Duke Cannon. It's what I found that worked the best for me. It's beeswax based, but it's not like a lot of beeswax. Got some really nice oils in there. And then I like that it has some beeswax because it helps provide just like a very light hold. For the record, I don't like the beard oil. I'm not a big fan of beard oils in general. Definitely did not like the Duke Cannon beard oil. It made my beard really like crunchy and stiff after like an hour. I used almost this whole tin. I just got a little bit left, but I would just use my thumb, scoop out like a penny size, put it in my hands and rub it together until it got all melted and warm, kind of like an oil based, and then just rub it in my beard, and it would provide just a little bit of like forming so I could like shape it a little bit. It was nice stuff. In case you guys are thinking about building out a beard. But I got the Maullu all lathered up here with the Smoke boar brush here. I did have my face all wet. I got out of the shower so I can get it all nice and warm. I'm gonna put some more water on there real quick so it's dried out. And we're just gonna go for it. I've never shaved a beard this big before. I've seen some other YouTubers do it. I thought it looked fun. Definitely I wouldn't do this with like a DE or even an AC razor. And it'll just get, there's not enough like, you know, separation between the blade and the guard, and it'll just get gummed up real quick and you'd be constantly rinsing it. But you do a really thorough job making sure all this lather gets underneath the beard. I have been shaving my neck about weekly. When it was shorter, I would shave my neck more often, just so it looked professional going to work. I'd shave like my top upper cheeks and then my neck, have like a nice outlined beard. And then as it grew longer, the beard just kind of overshadowed my neck. So I kind of went to weekly on the neck because nobody really noticed. I did enjoy having the beard. It does take a little while to get it nice and thick out like that, but I like it. It was definitely, I felt, made a big difference on those really cold days up here. When it's like -50. I think it got to like -59 once this year. Cold. That's better. This definitely helped. make it slightly less worse. There's no good way to get that under the mustache. Just make a mess. I feel like I use a little bit of water. That beard's like sucking up all the moisture. I think it's good. Try to make this slightly less messy. All right. So like I said, no name AC razor. It's obviously like a feather clone. They're on AliExpress, like super cheap. I don't know how good it is compared to the feather. I haven't bought one of those. They're expensive, and I'm inherently cheap. Although I do have some expensive stuff, but thought about using a straight razor, but I hadn't used one in a while, and I'm not certain it would be sharp and everything and go through the whole process. And I was like, I'll just use this. It's guaranteed. I may or may not cut myself. I will probably cut myself. It's been a while. And we'll start about here, and then I'll just like clean up the sideburns later. Well, that was cool. Ah. I was not prepared for what to do with this hair. All right, quick modification. I have an old shaving towel here. We're gonna do it like a straight razor do it, or like they would at a barber. And then I'll just clean off that rag later. I gotta say, that was like super satisfying. I've never done that before. I've used these before, but I've never shaved off like that big of a beard before. I think last time I grew out a beard was over 4 years ago when I first retired out of the service. And I'm pretty sure I used clippers. I had started using these at that point, but I'd never used a straight or an AC razor, so I just used clippers to trim it up real short and then used a regular razor. But man, seeing those like big chunks come off, whew, that's cool. A lot easier than I thought it would be. I'm just like losing big chunks here. Oh well. I'm gonna have to clean out my sink between passes, I think. We're going well so far. What do you think? How you guys been? I know it's been a while. Other groomsmen putting out some videos every now and then. I'll probably start recording more now that I'm shaving again. I may or may not grow the mustache and the chin hairs back. My wife wanted me to shave the whole thing off though. She's complaining about how it's been so long since she's seen my chin. And she has this desire to see how freaked out my young girls will be when I come down the stairs without a beard. I have like, it was like this all this hair right here, which I'll just throw in the sink now. My sink is just completely full of hair. It's nuts. I should leave this. I think this looks kind of cool. What do you guys think? My wife will be really mad at me though. But maybe one day. I tried this before. Like a narrow kind of chin thing going on here. But it looks good like this long. Last time I did it pretty short. Feeling pretty good though. Obviously the neck isn't as long. I said I think it's been like, I don't know, somewhere between 5 days and a week since I shaved my neck. You know what's the most impressive? I haven't used one of these in ages. I'm still waiting to cut myself. I'm sure it'll happen, but I'm impressed that it's gone this far with without being cut. Pulling a little right there. I just didn't have enough shaving cream right there. It wasn't quite slick enough. What else is going on? It's been 4 months. Nice winter, nice Christmas. Work's been going good. Had my annual performance review recently. It was very good. I did better this year than on the previous years for my performance report stuff. I got a slightly higher raise than last year, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to get more money. Oh, there is the first cut. I think a little bleeder right there, but that was a cut. I felt that. I rotated the razor a little bit to get the proper angle on my chin, and I rotated a little too much and kind of dug in there. Oh well. There will be blood. Is anyone really surprised? I'm not. It's bleeding good, but it's not. It's nothing. Little cut, no big deal. I still gotta get the mustache. But, handy styptic pencil. If you've never used one of these before, they're just made out of crushed alum. I've been using these since I was a kid, well before I got into wet shaving. You just get it wet, and then rub it on the bleeder. And that alum kind of dries it up. Mostly. It does sting. If you've never used it before. I've never used a full alum block, but I've used these styptic pencils since I was starting to learn to shave with a cart back in the day. Alright, for the mustache. I'm going to get some water in here because I feel like it's a little dried out. And then we'll add a little bit more lather. All right, home stretch here. Yeah, see, that one worked pretty good. Wow, that's been a while. Not bad. Pretty good for a first pass though, for having not shaved in 4 months or not used a AC shavette for even longer than that. That guy's not that bad. Just a little bleeder. I'll stop soon enough. One little nick right there. Not too bad. I gotta say, it's looking kind of weird. Freaking myself out a little bit right now. I'm gonna do a quick pause in the video. I'm gonna go clean out my sink. Feel like I don't know, shaved a cat in here or something. I'm gonna clean that up. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Thanks for sticking with me. Got my sink all cleaned out so I have a little bit easier time to work with. As you can see, the bleeder's already stopped with a bit of that alum stick. This is a Clubman brand. I got it from like the grocery store for 99 cents, but there's a bunch of different ones. These just happen to be the Clubman brand. They're all the same. It's just crushed alum. Works real good. I got some more lather out of my bowl here. I made a big bowl of lather because I wasn't sure how much I would use on that first pass. So I made sure I had plenty of extra. I used probably twice as much soap as I would normally use. Which is probably still going to be too much. I haven't bought anything new in a while. No shaving stuff. Obviously, I haven't been shaving, so kind of lost that razor addiction, acquisition. You know, desire to have all the new stuff. I've been kind of like going away from me for a bit anyways. I kind of slowed down a lot of my purchases. So I will probably keep making videos and stuff. I have a ton of stuff. I mean, I've been buying this stuff for every watching the channels. But I probably won't buy as much new stuff. You're not going to see me do a lot of, you know, new things coming out. Just as an FYI. There's a couple things I want to try. A&E came out with a new shaving cream just this week. Sandalwood. I guess it's loosely based off of the sandalwood scent from another shaving cream, Taylor Vol Blonde. Not exactly the same, but I guess inspired by that sandalwood type scent. Obviously it's called sandalwood. But he's making a new shaving cream. I think he's trying to get more in like the commercial space. So it's got like an aluminum tube, kind of like this shape. I don't recommend this stuff, by the way. It's also beard balm, but I didn't like the way it went into my beard. But this shape, but an aluminum tube. Nice logos and everything, and then a glass bottle for the aftershave. I'm going sideways, right? This thing is stupid smooth. I was going the wrong way. Did you catch that? I was backward. There's no blade there. That's the blade. It's been a while. Give me a break. Cut me some slack. Especially the groomsmen. I know they're laughing right now. I know it's going to have some choice jokes to make there. What was I saying? Oh, that sandalwood seemed pretty interesting. I know he made a shaving cream in a tube like that a while back. I want to say a couple years ago. Maybe it hasn't been that long. I can't remember. He changed the formula on that. I don't think it's at all the same as what it was before. I think it's like a 2-ounce tube. The set seemed interesting. I was just kind of curious how it performed, but I know it came out this weekend for the VIP members, and then I think he's going to release it commercially in like another week. And there's the tube of aftershaves, and then a matching splash. I'm sorry, tube of shave cream matching aftershave splash. Holy cow. Forgot how to talk. Those are the same glass A&E bottles, like the standard round A&E bottles. This is going surprisingly well. I am definitely enjoying this. Been a while since I shaved my chin, my full chin, and my mustache. I have a tendency to nick myself right here. I have like a little mole. It's not big, but it just makes the surface there not quite smooth. So if I'm not careful, it'll bump over that and then cut myself. After I cut myself earlier, just a little, it's not even bleeding anymore. I don't normally go against the grain on my mustache. It doesn't work out well for me. The skin there is a little bit more sensitive than the rest of my beard. I don't know, we'll try. Excellent second pass though. That shield, if you've never used it, this is far and away my best recommendation for an AC razor. I have the Blackland. I have the head sitting here. I don't know what I did with the handle. Oh, I put it on a different razor because I was playing around. But I have the Blackland razor, which is very similar to this. I tried the one by Razor Rock. I tried a few, not a lot, not all of them, but definitely this one, super awesome. And I would say the brass. I've tried the brass and the titanium of the shield. I have both. The titanium came out first, and then I bought it and I liked it but didn't love it. And then the brass came out, and they're super cheap. I think 60 bucks if you buy it on AliExpress. Anyway, so I bought that. And the brass is better. I don't know if it's the weight. I've talked about this before in some other videos with this. I don't know if it's the weight that makes a difference, if the material glides better. I mean, even before it was polished, I loved it. This razor, it's super smooth and it's super efficient. It's not very aggressive. There's not a lot of blade feel. Like I said, I use the Schick AC Prolines. The P30, the 30 just stands for 30 blades in a pack. So they're actually called Prolines. There's a smaller pack of injector razors, so make sure you're getting the AC ones. It looks exactly like this. It's just, you know, a quarter of the size because the Schick blades or the injector blades are smaller. Those are my preferred AC blade. I've tried them all. At least I think I have. Feathers are okay. The Feather Pros. For me, they're not as smooth as the Schicks. I've tried them repeatedly in multiple razors, and I always find the Schicks to be smoother. I know Fayez really likes the Feather Pro Supers, which are just like the Feather Pros, but they are a wider blade, so there's more blade exposure. So if you like that extra blade, those will work for you. I tried them in this. It's okay, but I still like the Schick better. Just super smooth, no aggression going against the grain. I expected my face to be a little more sensitive, having not shaved in a long time. This has gone really well. I'm glad I did the one blade for the whole shave thing. I think that's kind of neat. Try to be a little careful here. Like I said, I have a tendency to nick my chin when I shave it, which has been a while. And I have that where I nicked it earlier, so that'll be a little increased chances there. have to keep switching back and forth so I can kind of see when I get close to that that nick. I'm gonna be real gentle going over it. Last little bit here. Sometimes if you come at it at an angle, it makes it a little easier. I have some irritation, a little, kind of like weepers right there. That's why I don't go against the grain on my lip. It doesn't hurt. It feels really smooth. More styptic pencil. Styptic pencil. Styptic pencil. I get it right on the third try. Where'd he go? Stings. Just kind of doing a little touch-ups. You make sure the sideburns are straight and relatively even. I'm gonna have to cut. That's too long. I'm gonna have to pull out my clippers and yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out my clippers on those. It's because it's too. You see how it's like too long right there? I got a pair of clippers, so I'll figure it out. I'll just cut them off. Pretty good though. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna do a quick cold water splash and then we'll get to the aftershave. All right, I'm back. Thanks for sticking with me. Cold water rinse is really good. I stick my sink on as cold as I can get it and splash that water on. It really helps, you know, kind of seal everything up, tighten the pores, helps with any like small weepers like I had. Use a styptic pencil again a little bit there. If you've never used a styptic pencil, the crushed alum, if you put it on at the end, it will dry and leave like a chalky residue wherever you rubbed it, which kind of looks weird because it looks like you have like weird white, dry, crusty whatever on your face. Just as an FYI. So I'll use it, and then once it's done bleeding and everything, I'll give it a couple seconds, and then I'll just rinse it off my face. So that way you're not, you know, in case you plan on heading right out of the bathroom and heading to work, probably want to give it a little rinse off first. Using the matching Maullu splash here. Like I said, a really nice oud, woody, but like a nice powder scent that comes with it, but the wood is the primary note, I would say. Probably went a little bit overboard on that splash, but whatever. It's got alcohol base in this one. I prefer an alcohol based splash. I don't know why, I just do. But didn't get a lot of sting on that. Just a little on my lip, a little right there on the chin, and like a little spot right here. That was it, surprisingly. The very, very smooth, very close shave. That brass AC, the shield, highly recommend. Can't get enough of that razor. I almost bought the copper one the other day when they released. I don't even know if they're still available. I'll have to go look. Just because I was thinking about, I was like, maybe I'm going to start shaving again, and that copper one looks kind of cool. And I couldn't decide if I liked the way copper patinas or not. That kind of rusted, green, colored, penny kind of looking thing. On the other side, does look kind of cool. I don't know. It was like $20 or $30 more than the brass version. The brass is amazing. I said if you polish it up, it looks like gold. If you don't polish it up, or if you polish it and then let it go, it'll patina real nice. I like the way brass patinas. That kind of really dark. Oh man, that's such a good shave though. that was actually a really awesome shave. Like the whole using the AC razor to knock off that beard, that was super cool for me. I hope it was cool for you. Followed up with that AC standard razor. It was just a great shave. It was a nice shave, perfect way to get back into the kind of groove of everything. I did even up those sideburns. We'll kind of blend them in. I have a pair of Conair clippers. Like I said, I bought them from TJ Maxx, I think, something like that. Cheap and inexpensive. Got a bunch of different things. I use that to trim up my beard too when I had it going, but I just used that to blend in those sideburns so they weren't so dark and thick compared to the rest of the hair on the side. I just got a haircut last week. But that was a shave. I feel, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's been a while since I see my upper lip. Don't know if I like it. We'll see how long this lasts. I had like a couple random whiskers hanging out there. But that was a shave. I hope you like it. I'm glad you tuned in and watched this video. I know it's been a while since I put anything out there. Hopefully I'll be putting out some more regular content. Try to get back on like a once a week schedule, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but I'm going to aim for once a week, at least for now, and we'll see how that goes. Thanks for tuning in again. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you here next time.